When people think gardening in Salt Lake, they think May through September tomatoes. And like we're missing out on what I think is the main gardening season, which is the cool weather season.
Oh yeah. We're here at Ashley Patterson's home garden to look at her cold frames and see how easy it is to grow cool season crops. We did a video with Top Crops where they were showing us their hoop houses. They had a jig that they were able to like do the measurements, pound it out, make it the right size, and then you've got one like every 3 or 4 feet. And they're talking about it like, oh, this was so much fun to do. And I was like, I'm never going to do that. I will never in a million years. I love cold weather crops. Hello, little kale. You're so delicious looking. So when you told me about prefab cold frames, I started listening.
The low tunnels are awesome. They're more work than these. You know, you got to put the hoops up and spread the fabric over. And then when you want to get into them, it just felt like I was always messing with the fabric and I just, whereas here, especially because I have been too lazy to put the lids on.
It's no work. So what kinds of things do really well in a cold frame over winter?
Greens, salad greens. Very few people who like to eat vegetables ever can produce enough salad. You can eat monstrous bowls of salad.
Yes.
So the beds that I choose to use the cold frames on are ones that I'm comfortable growing fairly intensely for the whole season.
Okay.
Like they've just been cover cropped, or they've gotten a lot of resting, or they've had legumes.
Oh, okay.
Or a nitrogen fixer. It didn't have corn in it.
Right.
In the fall, if you want to keep something around a little longer, like an eggplant or a basil, where I had 2 basil plants together, and this one is outside the cold frame, I could probably get a batch of pesto out of that. I didn't even have the lids on, and there's a big gap underneath that, but that's just how it works. That's really
it's just a little bit of extra warmth. Wow.
And I use the cold frames because it kind of foils some of the pests, like the cats. I just find you don't even have to cover the top. If you just make it hard.
Just a little hard.
Yeah.
I was wondering about how they sell them in terms of measurements for.
This is the size.
This is the one size. Okay.
Yeah. One thing that's nice about this can kind of hurt your back.
Yeah.
If you have to work in here, so you can just pick it up and pull it to the side. I've had these for 15 plus years. You know, if you make your own cold frames, out of old windows and things like that, it's bulky. And where are you going to store them in the summer when your whole garden is full?
Yeah.
These, you just take them apart, keep all your pieces and parts in a little plastic bag, stack these vertically, barely takes up any room.
That's really nice.
I highly recommend putting them away each summer. It's part of the spring routine to put them away, and part of the fall routine to get them back out. I was talking to my husband and said, I should get another one of these. I should have 3 of these.
Thanks so much for having us over at your garden and showing us your cold frames.
Sure.
I'm Lizzie Brousseau for Modern Gardener. If you want to know more about Ashley and her garden, check out our blog. And if you like our videos, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel.